I'm Andrew DOVALE. I'm from Miami, Florida. Yeah, Team PPG, my LGS, homebred, 20 minutes from where I live. I'm there every day, basically. Started playing, I think, not last year, the year before, with the first release of the My Hero Set 1, and because I like My Hero. And yeah, from there, I've just always, been playing the game on and off. It's been fun. I really enjoyed it. I like any leader that's earth and grindy and can kill you. That's how I like to play. So right now it's Overhaul. It used to be Kirishima. And yeah, I like playing the kicks. If I got to create my own card, it would definitely be an earth card. Maybe like an action or response that would allow me, to kind of like get my opponent in some way. Because, earth is pretty predictable. But if I can have like a cool action from hand, that'd be cool too. So yeah. I'm looking forward to the Yu Yu Hakusho set. That's definitely like dear to my heart because I love that anime from when I was younger. It's one of my favorite ones. I really like the Genkai leader. I saw Shane playing, and that's my style. But there needs to be some earth leader. I have to read the earth leaders too because I'm an earth player. First thing I'm gonna do if I win the HLC. I said I would call my mom, but besides that, I'll probably buy a house, buy a nice little house, nice little property in South Florida, relax, take my time, I feel like I can, make a decent amount off of winning the HLC, so I think that'll be the move at that point. We'll see.
My name's Bailey Funayama Sigsworth, and I'm from the Gold Coast in Australia. Yeah, I play at Irresistible Force, just a little bit south of Brisbane. I started playing because my friend that works at my local store dragged me into playing some Heroes Clash because they wanted to get the game going. I love playing Hagakure Toru 2, and just her kit in general is very fun to play. I have no idea, I haven't even considered it. It would be a 3-diff, because I love 3-diffs. It's very hard to find ones that are good, and many of them are very close. My favorite card in the game would be these. Probably just Girl Power, because I've been liking the My Hero cards. Play against better players and lose.
My name is Brandon SOSOLI and I come from Grimdark Gaming down in Australia. I picked up the game when My Hero Set 1 came out. Yeah, one of my favorite IPs, so jumped on board from there. Yes, my favorite character and card to play is actually Endeavor. I have a few ideas in mind. Yeah, I don't want to give them away. I don't want to jinx it. So. I think it's going to be somewhere between the Godzilla Challenger decks and Attack on Titan at this stage. Get in, start getting some reps in, start playing. The community is really good, fun, casual community. So just jump in and start having a crack. Probably just walk out of the joint. In disbelief.
My name is BYRON VILLALTA, and I am from Omaha, Nebraska. I would shout out TCGU. Obviously, they really haven't been in the scene in a while, I'd say, but I'd still kind of support them. So, and then I obviously play a lot with Jacob Johnson and then Nate DeWalt. Those are my playtest partners. So I definitely want to shout them out. So I started playing back when it was UFS. So I started playing where they had King of Fighter sets. So I've been playing for a long time. I guess you can call me an old head if you want to do that. But I haven't necessarily been playing. I've been kind of on and off. But I started playing back again more competitively during like Cowboy Bebop era, I'd want to say. And then obviously now playing all the way through My Hero. It's been pretty fun. So. My favorite character would definitely be Tokoyami. I think that's the character that I've probably played the most through My Hero, and definitely the fire symbol. That's all I've played, really. So I don't have an idea yet of the card I would create yet, but definitely have the fire symbol. I know that for sure. Out of the following releases, I'm definitely looking forward to Yu Yu Hakusho. Obviously, I played during that set when it was initially first made. So I'm really excited to see some of the old cards kind of come back, and then just the Yu Yu Hakusho IP. Pretty excited for that. So for the new players, I would say definitely find a good core group of people that you can constantly play with and just kind of bounce ideas off of. And then, kind of identify what kind of player you are. There's obviously a lot of different types of players, and one thing I like to say is you can either be a pilot, an engineer, or an architect when you're making decks. Definitely try to identify what kind of player you are. So I would say I'm a pilot, and then I have people that kind of build decks for me, and I just pilot those decks. So definitely say kind of go around with those ideas.
If you win the HLC, what is the first thing that you're gonna do?
My name is CARSON. I'm from Ocala, Florida. My local game stores, I go to Bearded Brown Coats and Vibranium Comics. They're awesome. And my team Let's Talk UVS. So my brother and I first got into it with the My Hero set because I didn't know anything about the game, but I love the IP My Hero. So I saw booster boxes for sale, and so I pre-ordered them. And ever since then, I fell in love with the game. My favorite card to play right now, character, is Todoroki 1. I like Kamui Woods as well, 1, both on water. When I win the HLC, my character, I want to reprint Todoroki 1 if I can, so I can keep playing with him. What I'm looking forward to most in universes in the future is I want to see all the new IPs. So seeing the new reveals for Attack on Titan, I love that show, it's really good, so I'm excited for that set and more to come. For new players coming into the game, advice and tips I'd give them is to just play the game as much as you can because there's so much to learn, and especially if you're not like, when I got into it, it was first My Hero and I was fresh with it, so it's easy to learn, but there's a lot you gotta learn, so just keep playing and keep practicing. First thing I do if I win the HLC, celebrate my brother and go to Disneyland or Disney World.
My name is Cory Aguilard, and I am from Biloxi, Mississippi. I started playing Universes when it was UFS due to the Cowboy Bebop set. Cowboy Bebop is my favorite anime, and that really drew me into this game, and ever since then I love it, and it's my main game I play. Right now, my favorite card would have to be Eraserhead. Ever since My Heroes come out, I've been an Eraserhead main. I'm a character loyalist, and if you want to know if I'm playing Eraserhead tomorrow, I'm playing Eraserhead tomorrow. If I win the HLC and get to create my own card, I can tell you with 100% certainty it will be a Control 7-hander. I am the most excited about the Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament set. I am so excited. I will talk to anybody about how awesome this set is. I will go door to door, knocking on doors. Hey, do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior, Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament? His wife's behind him. Is that Universe's kid again? Tell him we already got a card game. That is how excited I am. Did I answer the question? Was that it?
No.
The first piece of advice I would give to any new player is just to go to your local game store, find local players and talk to them. This is the most helpful community of card gamers I have ever experienced, and I come from a long background of card games. But whenever we have new players locally, we're very helpful. We'll help them with their collection, get started. We'll talk to them about the mechanics of the game and try to teach them and bring them along, and it's just like that everywhere, and I love it. When I, Cory Aguilard, win the HLC, I'm going to go celebrate with my family, my newborn son, Jace Aguilard. He's about to turn 6 months old in 2 days.
Hello, my name is Dakota, and I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. I would like to shout out my ex-LGS, and that's Big Human Gaming. I started last year, Big Human Gaming, around League of Villains. I would say my favorite character is probably Nomu, so I'm going to miss him a lot, just because he's getting rotated out. So I hope future sets there's a character like Nomu. If I were to create my own card, I think I would just create a carbon copy of Nomu, which is just big stats and just 5-hander. I think I'm really excited for the new Attack on Titan sets coming out. I'm really pumped for that. For any new players joining this game, I would say join the Discord. There's a wonderful community. You can play online, and it's just fantastic. If I happen to win the whole HLC, I think I would just have a great night with my friends.
My name's Daniel Nelson. I'm from Tempe, Arizona. My LGS is Big Human Gaming. They just recently shut down though, but my team is Unfun Stuff. I started playing Universes when MHA Set 1 came out. Pre-ordered some boxes, went to a pre-release, and fell in love with Tokoyami, and that kept me in the game. Yeah, right now my favorite card to play is Tamaki Amajiki. I love the fast momentum, I love how many options he has, and I love just making things big and making my opponent's things small. I have some ideas about what I would do if I got to create my own card, but we'll have to see what they allow me. With the upcoming Universes releases, I'm most excited for the Critical Role set. I have a lot of friends who are into that show and podcast, and so I'm going to be excited to see all of the cards come out for it. My first piece of advice for new players would be to start swapping decks and just play as many different decks as you can, and I think that'll just generally give you some good habits rather than just trying to play one deck over and over again. The first thing that I am going to do if I win the HLC is I'm going to order a plaque to put my Amajiki in at home.
My name is David Toombs, and I am from Lubbock, Texas. I have, both. I've got Stormcrow Games in Lubbock, Texas, and there's a store in Midland, Texas that just opened up recently. We get about 10 players on a weekly basis, and then I just started a team, Let's Talk UVS, and there's 16 of us. I started playing Universus August of 2022. My brother and I went to a new board game store, and they had My Hero cards, and I had never heard of My Hero cards. My brother and I had been looking for something to play together that was like a little geeky. Like we live right next to each other, and we just haven't really shared many hobbies over the, I'd say, last decade. And so we tried like Warhammer, tried Magic the Gathering, couldn't really get into them. And then so he bought a box of Crimson Rampage and asked me to split it with him. We split it, and I read the rule book twice, didn't understand any of it, and just started playing the game. And the rules Discord, the rules channel on the Discord made a big difference, and just picking things up. My favorite card right now is La Brava with Hawks, just as a stat stick, and then if I play it with Hacker Extraordinaire and they attack me at all, I get the momentum to turn on the La Brava removal. If you combine that with Blood Moon Rending, it's really fun to rip cards from your opponent's hand and to have perfect knowledge of their block zones. Overall though, Heroic Clash is my favorite all-time card. But it's a 1-check, so it's a locals card. You will know if I created a card if there's Breaker 4. I need Breaker 4. I'm most excited for Attack on Titan. I think Attack on Titan's been my favorite anime of all time to watch. And I think they actually did a really good job on the finale. I had heard bad things about the finale and was pleasantly surprised by it. And so that's the one I'm most excited for, and especially that it's manga art focused instead of the anime art focused. My tip that I would give to new players is to go and join the rules channel on the Discord. Join the Discord, ask questions constantly. You will get answers very quickly, and to be okay with not being good at the game for a long time. Because it is a very complex game, it's a very rewarding game, and you'll get better, but it's also okay to start where you're at and just to learn along the way. I'll probably give my wife a hug since she's here, and she's been really supportive of me on my journey, because I probably take too much time for the card game. We've got 2 children, I work full time, and so it can be hard to find time to play games, and I try to make content for Let's Talk UVS and make videos, and so it can be hard finding all the time. And then whenever I travel to an event, she'll watch the kids and just really supportive of me in this game, whereas I feel like a lot of spouses might not be so supportive of their spouse, but she's been with me every step of the way. And even though Universus isn't her thing, so I'll probably go give her a hug because I've got the family here with me today.
I'm Dyllon Bauman. I'm from Bellevue, Nebraska. I'm not part of the team, but I would say my community is the Legendary Wolf Games community. And shout out to Travis Tangeman, Jacob Johnson, Nathan DeWalt. They're all from Omaha. So I started playing Universus, aka UFS, whenever I was playing King of Fighters. I was playing Clark. And then after I switched from Clark to Sasquatch, and then Mega Man came out, and I became a base one trick, pretty much. What upcoming release is, can't wait for Godzilla. I want to play some Ghidorah. For new players that want to get into this game, definitely just practice and have fun, and just have fun. Well, if I win, I'm going to call my kids and tell them that Daddy won and that Daddy will be home soon.
My name is Grant Padley. I'm from Sheffield in the UK. We haven't got an LGS back at home yet. It's Patriot Games where pretty much most of the events are run. We've got a nice big store. Everyone knows it well. It's a good place. I started playing Universus around, I think 2015. It was Mega Man 2 set, or can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, it was the one with Rain Flush. What a great attack from Mega Man. Most fun I'm having playing a card right now is Evil Hawks. Love that deck so much. So many cool interactions, can kill you real good. If I got to create a character card, I'd have to, I like big numbers, so I'd have to do something with big attacks. I'm kind of most looking forward to the Vox Machina stuff, just for the artwork. The artwork is absolutely beautiful. The first tip I'd give to new players would just be to have fun with the game. Pick something you like, play it, enjoy it, work out all the kinks, just figure out how the game works and you have a really fun time with it. If I win the whole thing, I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest. Just go and hug all my friends.
My name is Jacob Johnson. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. LGS is Legendary Wolf Games in Omaha. My team is Unfun Stuff in Florida. I started playing Universes in 2015 when it was UFS. It was a fun game I played with my brother because he got me into it. And then I started playing competitively in about 2017. I really started learning the game 3 days before I went to a tournament, and I got 4th at it, and I was like, hey, I might be pretty good at this. So I kept playing, and then my favorite character in the game right now is probably, I really enjoy milling cards, so probably Lust for Battle. I really like the loot box system of milling it and then being like, oh, I might kill you now. So I would say those are probably my favorite cards. That, Aggressive Temper, stuff like that. And then my favorite character, it was Kirishima 2, but he's not anymore, obviously. I haven't really picked up on that's like my favorite. I usually play a different character for every event. But I would say Tokiyami because I played it the most. So if I win and I get to create my own card, I'm probably going to pick, if it's allowed, something that isn't a character or an asset because I already have won one of each of those. And I'm hopefully going to be making those. So I really want an action card because blue cards are my favorite cards. So if I can make an action with my face on it, that's all I care about. The next release that I'm most excited for is probably Critical Role. I'm a big fan of D&D, play it all the time with my family. Dad got me into it when I was like 8. We have like a family game we always play all the time, every Sunday. And then I'm also really excited for Attack on Titan though, for like a main set. Some advice that I would give to people when they're learning this game is that you need to think ahead when you're playing this game. You can't just play a card, only think about that one, and then figure out what you're going to play next. One, it'll take 20 extra minutes to play the game every round, so you're going to tie a lot. Two, you won't be planning out a turn ever, so you'll never be able to beat these high-tier players that are doing that. So that's my number one suggestion, is that's what you learn your deck in and out, so you can just play out a full turn once you see your 6 or 7 or 5, whatever cards. You just know your whole turn immediately when you draw your hand. If I win the HLC, the first thing I'm gonna do is go to sleep and then fly home in the morning to work. Because I have to work the day on Monday.
My name is John Paul GOLIGHTLY. I am from the northeast of England in the United Kingdom. Yeah, I have regular players with a couple of some people who've travelled with me. I've got Greg who's travelled. At the minute he's in the LCQ right now. He did qualify last year, but this year he's had to come for the LCQ. And we do play locally at my place, and we also have several stores in the surrounding area that we do frequent as well. I travelled a long time ago. I got back into it, I think it might have been 2018 when Street Fighter 6 came out. Any ideas if I want to create a card? I would like to create a character who would bring in a second character that would do some abilities. What I'm most looking forward to right now in Universus is, it's none of the sets, it's a challenger deck, it's got to be Critical Role. The first tip I would give to some new players out there is just to pick up a starter deck. just find a local store, or even ask a local store for a demo. If I win the HLC, the first thing I'm going to do is, well, I have to pinch myself to make sure I'm awake. And then after that, I have no idea what I would do.
I'm George ZHANG, and I'm from Westmont, Illinois. My LGS is Boris Hat Gaming in Elgin, Illinois, and I go there every week for my locals. A little over a year ago at Boris Hat, I came in, I was totally new to the game. My favorite character was Ida, and I came in with like a pile of cards. It wasn't very good, and they really helped me through that, and just playing against the people at Boris Hat really made me feel more comfortable with the game and got me really into it. Right now, my favorite character is Overhaul. I really like how he plays a game plan where you can save cards and then bring them out later. Yeah, I have a lot of ideas, and I'm really looking forward to that if I do win. I would design a card. My ideas right now are for character cards. I want to try and design a character card that makes foundations play more like action cards, so maybe something that builds in a foundation and then it's destroyed when it's used, but you can use it immediately. So maybe something along those lines would be really neat. I'm excited for a lot of them, and I'm most familiar with my hero as an IP, but I'm looking forward to getting into some of those other shows. I have to say the Dark Tournament stuff, some of that seems really cool. For new players, my advice would be to just go to your locals and play the game, and just really enjoy yourself playing the game. And once you get more comfortable and get the experience playing the game, then move on to start playing tournaments if you want to be a competitive player. But there's also plenty of fun to be had at a locals level. There's a lot of characters that can do really crazy stuff that's just funny and kind of cool, and a lot of people have a lot of fun that way. So yeah, just playing the game and enjoying it. If I win the HLC, I'll be shocked probably. I'll probably have to take a few moments to just process that, but afterwards, I guess, celebrate somehow and maybe see what's up with the design a card situation and see if I can get some brainstorming done with some of the people, the design team here.
My name is Jose Norono, and I am from Miami, Florida. Of course I do. I would like to shout out my team and my LGS in one word. It's Unfun Stuff, owned by Chris Bromley. This is crazy. I started playing Universes in late 2019 in the Yu Yu Hakusho pre-release. So it all comes back, We're looping back around. Right now, I think my favorite character to play would be Jiro too. She's just a lot of fun. She does a lot of cool things. She gets to do the guitar thing and do the little kick flip tricks on the card pool. It's very nice. I have a lot of ideas. I've been playing this game for a good amount of time, since late 2019. But I have a lot of experience with the retro format, so I have seen all of these crazy champ cards and all of these what effects can exist in the game. So I would love to just try some wild stuff out there. The newest release that I'm looking forward to the most is definitely the Dark Tournament. I'm really excited to go back to one of my favorite series. The best advice I can give to anyone that's new is just pick a guy that looks cool and just keep playing them until the game just starts making sense of that way. First thing that I'll do if I win the HLC, just get all my friends, start taking pictures for that art commission.
My name is Justin Birch. I'm from an area near Dallas, McKinney, Texas. So the store I would like to shout out, because it's where I did all of my practice prior to this tournament, would definitely be the local game store down in Richardson. So I started playing when My Hero was first announced in 2019, because I actually played it at Gen Con when it was first announced. It was my first ever Gen Con, and I had an absolute ball with the system. I thought it was so much fun. And then COVID happened, and things started to get delayed. But I did get involved through like Yu Yu Hakusho, which we have that new Dark Tournament set coming out. That's super sick. But then I kind of got back in and really started taking it seriously once COVID kind of let up and the first set of My Hero came out. Okay, so the answer that I'm taking to the HLC and what I should probably say is Jiro, because that's where I've gotten both of my tops off of. But truly my heart lies with Cementos. That was the first character that I had really taken competitively seriously under My Hero, and I absolutely loved it. I got 16th at Origins with that deck, had so much fun. But Jiro is the one that's actually won me any meaningful games. Okay, so art-wise, I would like something that kind of represents me as a teacher, because that's kind of been a big part of my identity over these last few years. On a gameplay level, gosh, I love an idea of like a five-hander that goes back and forth between drawing card and making the opponent discard cards, doing something to kind of like modulate both players' hand sizes throughout the game. I think that would be a really fun character design. Oh my god. Okay, it's not necessarily a release, but it's a thing happening. I think that Wish tournament is insanely cool. I am super excited for the idea of getting a Wish. Don't be afraid to net deck. That would be my first Oh yeah. Run it back. The number one advice I would give to new players is don't be afraid to net deck. I see a lot of people who kind of get into card games or in that kind of medium stage go, I have to win with my own design. I have to win with a completely original character that no one else has figured out. There is a reason that the top players are playing a certain way. When I started accepting, like, I'm going to take designs from other people, I'll tweak them to figure out what I like, but I'm going to use other people as guidance to build my decks, my success skyrocketed. If I win the whole shindig, I'd love to have a great answer. I'm going back to work, man. I got work on Monday. I am prepared to deal. I'm going to make fun of all of my students who were making fun of me for going to this tournament this weekend. That's what I'm going to do.
My name is Justin, and I am from Boston, Massachusetts, and I play in Taunton, Massachusetts at the King's Court Gaming. Oh, I would love to shout out a team. The team I am part of is the Metagame Liberation Army. We just became a team about a couple months ago. We were formerly the King's Court Gaming, but we decided that the metagame needed a little bit liberation. So it was time for a change. I started playing Universes at PAX East 2 years ago. It was right around the time that Crimson Rampage was being released, and I started by doing a demo with Jelly at PAX East. I think if I have a favorite card, it would have to be Twisty Surroundings. I played Retro at one of the first Retro events that happened recently, and I played Maze. Actually, it was HLC last year, and I played Maze Castle, and that card is messed up. And Twisty Surroundings is just a little bit more fair, so I love it. If I win and get to create my own card, I don't have any immediate ideas, but it will definitely be the most busted, most amazing, and most cool card. I believe the Universes release that I'm most excited about is Dark Tournament, largely because we've already seen so many of the cards, and to prep for Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament, I started reading the manga, and that is an amazing manga. My first piece of advice to new players would be to stick with it, listen to those who've been playing a little bit longer, and just play this game. It's a lot of fun. Don't get bogged down in the checks because that's the system we play by. And yes, checking a 3 when you needed a 5 to win the game sucks. But it also is kind of decent when your opponent does that. So you just got to keep that in mind. If I win the HLC, the first thing I'm doing is hightailing it back to Boston, Massachusetts and celebrating with my teammates the only way I know how.
My name is Kyle Brunt and I'm from Sheffield, England. My local LGS is Patriot Games. As for Team Excelsior, I guess. How did I start playing Universes? My cousin and I were looking at card games to play during the pandemic, I believe. And I was looking through, we had given up on looking at larger card games and was now looking at like smaller ones on our local TCG website. And I happened across UVS and figured we'd give it a try. If there were a character to play, it would probably be Overhaul. I like that he is very much a mid-range character almost. He's allowed to just play his game and play aggressively when he feels like it, but also hold back. And for a character to be maximum Overhaul for its effects, despite what Andrew says. Great. Any ideas for my creator card? I'm sorry, no, never really thought about it. I am looking forward to seeing the Critical Role challenge decks. And I would very much like to see what happens with Girl Power. I believe I am a very big proponent that Kendo should have received a character a while ago. What would I recommend to new players looking to get into the game? Find a community of people to play the game with. Now, regardless of how fun a game is, regardless of how good a game is, it is never as fun as it is with a community of people that you enjoy hanging out with. When I win the HLC, go out drinking. Friends and I are talking about going out to a bar nearby, regardless of win or lose. I'll probably just buy everyone around.
I'm Nicholas Reagan. I'm from San Jose, California. I'd like to shout out my LGS Game Castle, Santa Clara, and my team Unfun Stuff. I started playing Universes in 2011. There was another card game I was playing, wasn't too interested in it. And a friend of mine was like, hey, try this.
and I went home and bought 3 boxes. And I'm playing right now, favorite card I'm playing right now, Recipro Extend. I love me some card draw and stats. If I design my own card, it's going to be a 5-hand sizer that removes its entire deck from the game as it plays. It's high aggro, just burn it all. The release I'm most excited for, probably time between Godzilla and Yu Yu Hakusho. My first piece of advice to a new player is slow down, work through your math on the blocks. Like count out like how many foundations do I need to commit for this? And the most important thing, do this before you end your turn. Count out how many blocks you can play, and if you can't play all the blocks in your hand, you might as well play the foundations and have them for later, because you're not going to block with them. First thing I'm going to do if I win the HLC, I am going to walk up to Tim Friedley and tell him my character card.
My name is Phil Birch. I'm from Ypsilanti, Michigan. Team I'd like to shout out, Unfun Stuff for sure, LGS, A to Z Cards and Comics in Garden City, Michigan. Great comic place. I started playing Universes way back in the golden oldie days of 2007 when it was UFS owned by Sabretooth Games. So I've been playing UFS forever, longer than Nathan DeWalt's been alive. My favorite character to play right now would definitely be Tengai. And my favorite card's for sure Barrier Shield. If I win and get to design my own card, I guess my first question would be what kind of card is it? But it would be cool to have a third character card, I suppose. With the upcoming releases, I'm probably most excited about Yu Yu Hakusho, just because I know there's going to definitely be some evil characters, because that is the entire premise of that show, is people are bad. The first piece of advice I would give to new players is for sure to just have fun, but also like don't be afraid to just play the game how you want to play it. Your opponent can't really beat you if you don't let them, so it's fine. If I take down the whole HLC, I'll probably pick up Nathan DeWalt and throw him into the pool. That sounds good to me.
So my name is Travis Tangeman. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah, so my local game store, Legendary Wolf Games, and Dragon's Lair Comics and Games, shoutouts to those guys, and also my team, Pro Play Games, here in Miami. So I started playing Universes in, it's a loaded question, I think like 2014, somewhere in there. I started playing at an old local game store I had called Underground Gaming, and just kind of talking with people like Tam and Jacob Johnson, those guys, and they taught me how to play the game. It was very cool. So my favorite character, not specifically because of like the character herself, but the way she plays in the game and her effect text, is Recovery Girl. Just very interesting. She gets to push a lot of buttons. So I want to kind of try to translate one of my favorite cards from a different card game into this card game, because I think it would be very cool, is my idea for what I would do if I won a card. My favorite coming up IP is Attack on Titan. I think it's very cool. I love the anime, and it's going to bring a lot to the game. The first piece of advice I would give to a new player is just have confidence, never give up. Just keep chugging along. Eventually you'll get there. It takes a while, but as long as you don't give up, you can always improve. If I win the HLC, I'm just going to relax in the pool, to be honest. I just want to chill and just kind of, I don't know, get a retrospective on like everything that's happened and what got me here.
My name is CHOI and I'm from New Zealand. I started 2 weeks before the first RLE in New Zealand. I saw the advertisements for it, saw the pricing. They said if you bring a new player, you get a box. So me and my girlfriend grabbed each other and then we went to the tournament. And we were like, free box! And then we played and then we were like, oh, we came first and second. How did this happen? Yeah, LGS, I play most at a car merchant West City for my LGS. And my team is just me and my partner, Adrian, mostly. But then a few friends also helped me a lot. Favorite character is definitely Overhaul, because, you know, I think quirks are a disease. I think it creates a really imbalanced society. Oh, if I create a card, man, I actually haven't thought about this. I want one of those effects that, like, if you play a card, you get to pull a card from your binder and play it. Oh, the Critical Role one. I am most looking forward to the Critical Role set. I'm a big Critical Role fan, and when that was announced, I was like, you guys can do that? So I'm very excited. First tip I would give to new players, it's important to check 5s and draw your attacks. And if you keep checking 3s, stop your turn. First thing I'm gonna do, call my mom probably. Be like, Mom, I won this thing. And then she'll be like, what? And then I'll probably call my friends.
Hi, my name's Will. I'm from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Yeah, my LGS is Frost Giant Games in Green Bay. That's where I played for the last couple of years. I started playing Universes originally in 2009, and that was when a couple of my friends got me into it that I knew from playing card games and stuff like that, and took a long break until Yu Yu Hakusho came out the first time, and got back in. Right now, my favorite card, and people aren't going to like this, but I like Tongue Tank, and I like playing it as a one-of and picking it up with Fierce Wings. If I won and got a character card, I would probably do something that's more toolbox and try to make people like Pippa and Jacob Johnson happy with deck building ideas. Definitely most excited for Yu Yu Hakusho. Like a lot of the characters, is the thing that got me back into the game in the first place. I'd say new players, the big thing is managing your resources, knowing that if you commit, you're giving them an opportunity on their next turn to hit back. If I win the whole thing, first thing I'm gonna do is hug my locals and say thanks.
My name is William Godbey, and I'm from Blacksburg, Virginia. My LGS back home is Fun and Games Hobby Shop, and I'm going to shout out my buddies who are playing in the LCQ right now. I started playing Universes back in, I want to say probably 2006 when the game first came out. I saw some friends sitting at a table playing Ryu from Street Fighter versus Mitsurugi from Soul Calibur, and I was like, that's really cool, show that to me. And the rest is history. I think my favorite character out of the entirety of Universes has to be Leona from King of Fighters. And to go with that, the favorite card I like to play is Leona Blade. It's just a fun card. It's a lot of damage, has a great ability, and has a nice little cancel effect if you're playing Leona. I currently have a lot of designs in mind if I get to create my own card. I even have like a little portfolio back home of things I've made for fun at like Create Your Own Drafts a long time ago. I'll probably choose something from that and just kind of work on it, make it more modernized and more fun. The release I'm most excited for, as far as set goes, Yu Yu Hakusho, 100%. Dart Tournament is one of my favorite tournament arcs in all of anime, and I love the characters. As far as any other releases go, I'm really excited and looking forward to the Godzilla Challenger decks. Play as much as possible would be the best advice I could give a new player. Like, don't get over discouraged. You're gonna lose a few games here and there, but the more you play, the more people you play against, the better you're gonna be. The first thing I'm gonna do if I win the HLC is probably go to Gator World. My friend's favorite theme park. I haven't been, so I'm gonna have a fun time.
My name is Zach Richards. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. Play with the Final Round team. I started playing Universes before Libra of Souls, so after 7th Cross probably. I don't remember the exact order of those releases, but I definitely picked up Nightmare and Maxi early into that process. Bought my first booster set was Libra, so 2018, 2019. I've been, the favorite character card I've been playing recently is Vash. We're playing on the all symbol. It's really fun. Historically, I was a huge Benetta 2 player. That's what I played at Nationals. But lately, if I win and get to design my own card, it's probably going to be something stage destruction-y. Fun is zero sum. So if I'm having all of it, you get to have none of it, and that is the idea of a character card. Of the upcoming Universes releases, it has to be Critical Role. I've been here all weekend, chatting with everybody. You have to get a full booster set of that. It's the hypest thing that has come to this game in a long time. I'm going to spend so much money buying alt arts to get those. First piece of advice I'll give to a new player, talk to old players. The game is really, mechanically it's the greatest game, right? But we have a pretty big barrier to entry on learning the mechanics and like getting good at the game. So if you can just watch old players play, talk to them, watch what they're doing, figure out why they're making choices, pick a deck you like and learn it really well. Don't play 700 decks. You don't need to play them all. You just need to learn one, get the mechanics down, and then start branching out. If I win the HLC, the first thing I'm gonna do is just pop off with the boys. We've got the fight around team here. We've got some other folks from South Carolina in the building as well. Also got obviously friends from all across the country, and it's just gonna be a good pop-off session, you know. What do we do afterwards? I don't know. But in the moment, just celebrate. If I win the HLC, the first thing is just pop off with the boys. We've got team fight around here. We've got some other folks from South Carolina in the building. Obviously, I've got friends from the game from all across the country. I would just be excited to hug everybody, high five everybody, and just have a moment, right? What we do afterwards, dinner, drinks, you know, whatever. But the pop off is the important part.
My name is Ryan Levine, and I'm from Arlington, Virginia. Yeah, my local game store is Gaming Giant in Fairfax, Virginia. Right around the release of Set 4, Gaming Giant had a demo day, and some people that I'd played some other games with in the past were posting about it on social media, and I went to the Kissimmee Regional less than a month after and top 8'd that, and decided that this game was really fun, and I would play it for as long as I could. And I went to 3 more regionals between then, so a lot of fun. Yeah, my favorite characters are Jiro and Hawks. Jiro is the character I played at this event and what I will likely play for the HLC, but Hawks what I've been playing at my locals last couple weeks. My first piece of advice for new players would probably be what I did, which is go to a demo day, ask your local game store if they can set up a demo day with some starter decks, play some starter decks to get a feel for the game, and then branch out from there. I entered my locals with the All Might starter deck, and then 3 weeks later, top 8'd a regional with Jiro. So there is a pipeline, there's a lot of information, there's a lot of good content creators out there, and you can definitely get your footing and find something you like to play. If I win the HLC, oh, well, that's a tough one. I don't think I even thought I would get here. So at this point, even the thought is too overwhelming, and unfortunately, I'll cross that bridge when and if I get there.
I'm Zane Landrigan, I'm from Australia. My LGS is Grimdark Gaming, and we're all part of a team there. I started playing Universes just before the release of Set 2 Crimson Rampage, and just a local introduced me to it. My favorite character at the moment is probably Bakugo 4. I have no idea on my creator card yet. Yet. Emphasis on yet. I'm most looking forward to the Attack on Titan set coming up. The first tip I'd give to new players is, yeah, just taking your time, read through all your enhancers, and yeah, take it slow. The first thing I'm going to do if I win is probably go and hug my partner, and then buy a house.
Yeah, hello. My name is Philip C. I will shorten it because like everybody knows me like this. And maybe if somebody had already watched it last time, I'm from Austria. More or less, I have a team which I play, but not for My Hero Academia, for other card games. But a little shout out to my team, New Frontiers. When did I start playing my Universes? I started playing with My Hero Academia, so like 1.5 years maybe. So I have a favorite character. Last time I said I know I was Kirishima because like it was a card. Yeah, Kirishima with his nerf died a little bit. So I had to pick up a new love, and I found it last time. It's Jiro, and I play her very often. It's a very cool system with the responses and so on, with like normally you don't want to build a big card pool because like of the progressive difficulty, but you want to have a big card pool, so it's a very sweet system. If I win, I didn't see anything, but I think it would be a character because like that was the others guys also made a lot of characters. I think it should be staying to the character. Doesn't depend on which IP. I would have like at least 7 hand sizer because like this is more or less my play style I would like, but yeah. Which set I'm most looking for right now? Hard question, because like the newest things is everything for the UU Dark Tournament and like the new style decks from the Vox and so on. Also again, not IP MHA, so not very interested in it, but looking forward a little bit. So maybe the Girls Power, which is probably the next set for MHA. A tip for new players, stay in the game. If you have LGS, go there, support it. And also like, yeah, even if you lose, play another game, try something different a little bit, but not ever like completely throw a deck away because you lost once, or throw the whole game because you lost once or twice. If I win this time, I'm not going to be second, haha. What would I do? Yeah, this time there's not this much prize money, so there's the card you can do, you have some prize cards. I think like, if I really win, like most of the playmats, like not the top one, and some of the prize cards which are not the top one, maybe I'll sell or just give to friends or something like this. But like if I would win like every first prize, I would like hold on, just for the sentimental thing, and else I would, yeah, you can look forward to the card I will give for me, but we'll see, we'll see.
My name is Matthew Fountain, I'm from England. Back at home we have the Games Den over in Leamington Spa, really nice people there. So I started playing Universes because a friend bought the demo decks over and showed me the game. He knew I think he used to be a retro player, and when I was playing, because I knew the anime already, seeing the characters and how mechanically you can easily see the Deku's quirk through his blowing his hands off, literally, to get all the damage into one attack, and Bakugo just relentlessly attacking you over and over again. I loved that the flavor came through in the abilities. Right now, it's probably Titan Cliff, actually. I love the discard 3 to draw 3, so you can sculpt your hand really easily, and the fact that the 6 checks matter more, and you can get really toolboxy in a lot of utility. So I've been loving playing that card in testing recently. If I had to create a card, I would not know where to start. I have a love for 5-handers, but it's really hard to build those ones. I've got no clue if I have to build a card, but the world is my oyster. I'll try my best. Seeing all the releases, I think it's that all the characters in Yu Yu Hakusho, their abilities are so crazy, and they're also still so very open that you could put any card into any character, rules given, and probably have a blast with it. For newer players getting into the game, just try and learn one aspect first. Make sure that you are using all the enhancers that you're allowed to use and give time to use your responses. And once you get that down first, then you can add something in new. First thing I'm going to do if I win the HLC is probably just celebrate the night away, I guess.
My name's Luke Quincy and I'm from Sheffield in South Yorkshire. There's a shop that I'd like to shout out, which is Patriot Games, which holds events which has been the community for the game, which has been great. When I first started back in 2022, it was Mike and Liam that got me into the game, and Ben, and from there I enjoyed it ever since, so it's been great. Favourite character, there's many to choose from. I've enjoyed set 6 characters, they've been great, but my favourite one is probably Endeavour 2. Oh, I create a card, like any card, or I'd probably make a card similar to Baccalier Maker, because I love that card. Vox Machina. I've watched the series off Amazon Prime. Yeah, yeah, it's great. Have a look at the characters of like each set. So when a new set comes out for each character, if you fancy playing, choose which character you like, go off the character, and then from there just work your deck from your character basically. I'm just gonna run outside and go ecstatic and just go like, yes!
My name is Liam, I'm from the UK, Sheffield. My locals is Patriot Games Sheffield. Started playing Universus just after set 1 released. My cousin got me into the game because we were looking for something else to do post-pandemic. And it's the first thing that caught my eye. Favourite card in the game definitely has to be Searing Glacial Storm. It's deadlock without deadlock. It does everything. If I win, I don't know if I create a character or if I go for something like an attack that like helps with the deadlock, or show 05 because he's my boy. For the upcoming releases, most excited for Attack on Titan. Never watched Critical Role or been massively into it. Godzilla, meh. The Trigun Bebop stuff's interesting though. For the newer players out there, pick any character you like. If it's an IP you like, go for your favourite character. If you don't know the IP, pick the one you like the look of the most, and try everything. All 3 symbols, get it to work the way you want and refine it. Win the HLC, first thing I'll probably do is look towards like starting a YouTube channel to help newer players, or Twitch streaming.
Hi everybody, I am Brett Pendragon. I hail from the UK of the Pendragon line. Unfortunately, my local store closed down earlier this year, but a big shout out to Team DMS who have been pushing for games anywhere and everywhere they can get them in my local area. Good universes through the MHA set were one where before COVID hit and all the delays happened. I and ahhed about cancelling my pre-order, but I'm really glad I kept it. And I'm a massive MHA fan. I love anime as and when it is, and all these new IPs that are coming are keeping me really enthralled in the game. But I picked it up around my birthday in 2022, and I've been in love with the game ever since. I wish I'd found it sooner. Right now, my favourite character will always be Dabby1. I'm currently working on a retro deck for him, which I think will be a lot of fun. But my favourite card to play at the minute is Blue Flame Torment. You can do so many dumb things with it. I absolutely love it. If I win the HLC and I'm allowed to create a character, I am going to try and get some kind of old school I get abilities of Dabby cards I built in and try and have my character have a Dabby character identification. Right now, I'm most looking forward to the upcoming Yu Hakusho set, but I am very interested in Girl Power, and I've been very vocal how interested I am with Girl Power to see how it is done. All new players and anyone looking to get into the game, this game is very easy to learn and very hard to master. The one thing I would say to keep in mind when learning this game is horses can't play chess. When I win the HLC 2023, the first thing I'm going to do is go to a legally distinct amusement park.
That's amazing.